Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to the dark side of living in Germany, facts about German culture. You guys notice I have a suck in my microphone because I don't know where my filter is. So I need to use any kind of filter to make sure that sounds good or close as being good. I don't know what happened, my daughter just grabbed the microphone, started playing with it, got lost. Either or, I need to just order another microphone or another filter, make sure that, we have something. But for now, we have a little suck here. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, whether or not this work or not. We're gonna be reacting to this video that I found from the Learning Canteen, I think Canteen. He has a video about the dark side of living in Germany. I'm very curious about it. We're gonna react to it. Make sure you like to subscribe, be part of the family in the Discord down below, and become a member. Let's jump in. Whoa. We'll start. Okay.
Germany's internet connection is known around the world as one of the slowest and most unreliable in Europe.
Really?
And let me tell you, it can be quite frustrating when your Netflix stream keeps buffering or your Zoom call suddenly gets disconnected. It almost makes you yearn for those simpler times before the digital age.
Really?
It's one of those negative sides of living in Germany that you only get to know if you stay there for longer.
Really? Germany having very slow internet? I can't believe that.
But why are we stuck with this less than optimal service? Well, unfortunately, it boils down to two things: lack of infrastructure, investment, and antiquated telecommunication regulations. Essentially, providers don't want to splurge too much on new technology since they already have an existing system in place, which means you end up getting what feels like subpar performance.
Wow.
On top of that, lawmakers here tend not to adhere strictly enough to competition rules, which stifles any potential improvements from rival companies entering the market. 2.
Is that true? Is that true?
Staff at Ausländerbehörde, German immigration, are so rude. If you've ever had the misfortune of dealing with German immigration, then you'll know that it's not always a pleasant experience. The staff at the Ausländerbehörde are notoriously rude and unhelpful, making it one of the negative sides of living in Germany. It may seem like this rudeness is intentional, but upon closer inspection, it seems to be more rooted in cultural differences. Germans tend to be much more formal than any other countries when interacting with people whom they don't know very well. This often leads to misunderstandings between immigrants and those assisting them outside the Ausländerbehörde, an awkward situation for all involved. There have been several attempts by government officials and public figures alike to improve communication between immigrants and their counterparts at the Ausländerbehörde. While some progress has been made as far as etiquette goes, there is still a great deal of room for improvement on both sides, something which many visitors find disappointing each time they visit Germany's immigration office.
Here we go, folks.
Difficulty in making friends. As one of the most populated countries in Europe, it may surprise you to hear that many foreigners struggle with making friends here.
I think let me defend the Germans here. I think that's everywhere. Because even if you come to the States, you might find some people pretending to be your friends, but they already have their own agenda. So I think this statement, I will just pick it with a grain of salt. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Believe me, I'm okay with it. Right? I'm okay with it. I can just count with on my own fingers how many friends I have. I'm okay with that. So I think we have to be careful with this one.
Starters, directness isn't a joke in Germany. People are incredibly blunt, which can make social interactions feel uncomfortable for those coming from more indirect cultures. It is one of those dark sides of living in Germany that nobody wants to discuss. Making matters worse is the rather reserved behavior of your average German person. Privacy and personal space are held at very high regard over here. Not only will you find yourself keeping conversations surface level, but chances are shocking news or gossip won't do too well either.
What?
4. No air conditioners.
I did not understand what he said at the end.
The summer in Germany, the time of year when all the locals are basking in sunshine and enjoying the best of what nature has to offer. Except for one thing. Can you guess what it is? That's right, no air conditioners.
Dang, that's a hard one.
Yes, my friends, living without air conditioning in Germany can be a real challenge, especially during those hot summer days. You may find yourself wiping sweat off your forehead every few minutes, just trying to stay cool. A little bit of wind will help a bit, but unfortunately there isn't much around these parts, which can make things quite uncomfortable.
Yep.
It is one of the most annoying negative sides of living in Germany.
Damn,
and while yes, some people do have access to an AC unit, they aren't as readily available or common as they would be if you were living somewhere else like America or Southeast Asia, where hotter temperatures prevail throughout the entire year. So don't expect any joy from that direction unless you want to burn up a big fat hole in your wallet. 5.
Wow.
Dog poos everywhere, especially big cities. One of the not so
No.
good things about living in Germany.
No, Germany, no. I would not believe that from Germany. No way. Don't tell me you guys don't clean your poop, man. Your dog's poop. No way, folks. I decline myself from believing such thing is true. Let me repeat that one more time. I decline myself. Right? Or, let's put it this way. There's no way this is a thing in Germany. No way. No way. No way. One of the most structured countries, they don't clean their poop. I think this video is full of it. No way, man. There's something wrong here.
Dog poo everywhere. We're talking sidewalks, parks and streets completely
Bro,
blanketed
and that one's big. That one is big, bro.
canine feces. It's like a minefield you have to carefully make your way around.
Damn.
It is a dark side of living in Germany that nobody expects from a first world country. The thing is, Germans just love their dogs. So much so that it's become commonplace to bring your pooch with you wherever you go, even to the grocery store. So when these dogs do their business, well, let's just say the streets are not necessarily spared.
No way.
6. High taxes.
That's gonna be a hard one to believe, man. I don't think this is true, man. I'm just gonna basically just negate myself or deny that this is true.
The significant amount of tax that is withheld from a worker's paycheck in Germany is the most significant disadvantage of residing in Germany. The amount of an expat's income that is subject to income tax might range anywhere from 20 to 40%, depending on their wage. It is one of the true dark sides of living in Germany. But don't despair, my friends. Germany actually has a lot of benefits. For one, the taxes are used to fund some of the most amazing public services in the world. These include free healthcare and education, as well as infrastructure and transportation systems that make life more convenient for everyone. 7. Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. It's the bane of everyone's existence. Or at least it seems like that when you're living in Germany. For those unfamiliar with this term, bureaucracy is defined as a complex system of rules and regulations used to manage...
So it's basically one obstacle after another obstacle, after another obstacle, after another obstacle. A lot of these kind of societies where they're more than 500 or 600 years, right? They have a huge amount of cultural conservatism in their structures, where they make the process very slow. So, I mean, you're going to live in Germany, you need to know what's up.
Organization. In other words, it's a lot of paperwork and hassle when trying to get anything done. It is one of the dark sides of living in Germany. In Germany, bureaucracy is especially rampant. From the lengthy and confusing visa applications to the never-ending paperwork for taxes, it can feel like you're stuck in an endless loop of red tape. Even seemingly simple tasks, like opening a bank account or registering your car, can often turn into an arduous process requiring multiple visits to various offices and repeated bouts of filling out forms. It's enough to make anyone...
But at the same time, let me... I'm very conservative, folks, but I'm economically conservative, right? When it comes down to the government, I want the least government possible. However, I see the good side of this, and let me just explain. With this kind of process, you're filtering out the bad apples. That's what you're doing. You are filtering out the bad apples. If your citizen is responsible enough, they go through this process. At the end of the line, you as a citizen, we can rely on you. That's what it is. If you went through all that process just to get a document, that means that you as a citizen, we can rely on you. That's how I see it.
Want to tear their hair out. And speaking from experience, when trying to get through all that bureaucracy in another language with unfamiliar terminology and concepts, it can be downright frustrating. 8. Too many rules. When it comes to regulations and bureaucracy, the country isn't necessarily known for its laid-back attitude. From strict parking laws to complex residence permits, living in Germany can be a bit of a challenge at times. For instance, have you ever tried getting your driver's license or Führerschein? In most countries, this usually involves passing some tests and voila, you're good to go. Not so in Germany. Here, not only do you need a certain number of driving lessons, but also must attend first aid classes, as well as pass an extensive theoretical exam that covers everything from vehicle construction knowledge to traffic signs to road safety rules.
Oh, that's nice.
And then there's the practical exam, which
that's
includes
kind of
huge
cool.
amounts
I mean, I like that. That's kind of cool. That the little training for the manual and transmission. Oh man, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. I like that.
of paperwork. You get the idea by now. 9. Germans smoke a lot. There are certain places, such as restaurants, where you can enjoy your meal without having to contend with cigarette smoke. On the other hand, if you venture into some bars or cafes, then you'll be met with a haze of smoke from all directions, which can really put off non-smokers. We admit that this doesn't make for an ideal environment for those who don't partake in tobacco products themselves, but it does mean there's plenty of opportunity for people watching throughout any given night. It is one of the real dark sides of living in Germany. Another thing about smoking in Germany is how it seems unavoidable during festivals and parties.
Yeah, it seems that when I was in Europe, man, smoking, everybody liked to smoke, man. Everybody liked to smoke. Everybody. I found that kind of interesting.
Smokers will often light up without even thinking twice about it. So if you're not keen on being around clouds of secondhand smoke, then perhaps steer clear of these types of occasions.
Yeah, it is what it is,
Some
right?
places have designated smoking areas, but unfortunately, many do not have such measures, always making cigarettes very easily accessible. 10. Racism. Racism is the cruelest dark side of living in Germany. We must accept this awful truth. Don't get me wrong, most Germans are open-minded and accept variety. Some segments of society still harbour prejudice. From subtle microaggressions to overt prejudice, it can be...
Of course, they're almost a homogeneous society. What the hell you want me to expect, man? Like, it's just like it's like going to Japan, South Korea, and there's a lot of racist people. Hello, these are homogeneous society. There's nothing else we can do, man. Like, it's like you go to Central America and South America, you look kind of different. They're gonna just be racist against you. It is what it is. You go to Africa, you look certain way, yeah, it's coming from racism is coming against you. It's like we pretend that these things don't happen in all the cultures. Like really we wanna go that road. Like we are gonna pretend these things don't happen in other cultures, bro. Like racism happens not only in Europe, happen in East Europe, Central Asia, and Asia, South America, Central America, United States. I mean, when you have a huge because you don't look like these people, man. So of course there's gonna be racism. You really don't understand it when you're a little kid, right? You don't understand these things. But even in Puerto Rico, there's a lot of racism, man. Like I'm telling you straight up, it is what it is, man. But I'm not gonna pretend. My personal opinion, and this is me. I prefer to meet a straight up racist rather than a closet racism. I'm keeping it 100 with you. A straight up racist, at least he's gonna tell you his intention and he doesn't like you. Okay, perfect. I know who you are. But one person I pretend not to be racist, but he's a racist in the closet, bro. That's a huge problem, man. Because you don't know their intentions, right? So I prefer if that society is racist, let me just confront it as it is. I don't have a problem with it, man. It is what it is, man. It's like, it is what it is.
Devastating for the victim, since Germany has...
I'm not saying it's right? I'm not saying it's right. No, of course it's wrong. However, it's the reality a lot of these homogeneous societies.
Tormented by its past for decades, racial disparity here is considerably more deadly. This implies that race purity is firmly rooted in some parts of society and continues to rear its ugly head when least expected or intended.
Damn.
In conclusion, there are many dark sides of living in Germany. While the country offers a high quality of life, excellent job opportunities and cultural diversity, some downsides to consider include higher taxes than other countries, language barriers for non-German speakers, winter weather that many find too cold or grey.
Total, huh?
As with all decisions about where to live, an individual must weigh these pros and cons against their own needs, desires and goals when making the important decision to move or not move to Germany. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, very nice video. Very nice video. I think personally, a lot of these things are kind of interesting. Like not only interesting, but I was not expecting them. Not expecting them at all. At all. The poop thing with the dogs. I think there's something wrong with the video or something, man. I don't think this is real. Another thing is the what was the other one? The racism thing. I'm not surprised. It is what it is, man. The smoking. That's weird, man. A lot of European countries, they like the smoke, which is interesting because smoking, you know, is very correlated with cancer, right? Unless your guys' cigarettes have something that ours don't, right? But also, our diet is not the best either. Like, let me just make that comparison. Our diet is not the best, so that might accelerate the problem. That might be one reason. The other one, too many rules. That's bureaucracy. Yeah, that's expected. High taxes. That's expected. What's the other one? Duck pool. We already discussed. No air conditioning. I know this is not only in Germany, but a lot of countries in Europe, they're into that. They don't believe in AC at all. Oh, if you buy an AC, good luck paying that, right? It's gonna be a lot of money. The other one, the bad internet connection, that's a huge curveball. When I say curveball, if you guys play baseball, it's just when they throw the ball, it just do like a curve. It's very hard to hit, right? You don't know if it's gonna hit you or you can swing it. That's a curveball. It's very surprisingly. It's like a surprise pitch. So it's a curveball. Bad connection. Knowing how German engineer has contributed a lot to what we know in society. A lot of things that we have in society thanks to the German engineer. Knowing that they have bad internet, man, that's weird, bro. I think some of these lists you guys have to tell me in the comment section below. It might be a little bit out of proportion. I mean, a little bit out of place, but they seem like way far from reality, in my opinion. The immigration so rude. I mean, so the cashier culture, right? I call it the customer service cashier culture. It seems like they're not as Americans that we, hey, hi, how you doing? Hey, hi, how's the day? Which I prefer, right? You don't know if the person's having a bad day. You know, you can just lift them up. But it seems like in German, it's not a thing, right? They just keep, they prefer to keep things very cordial, or not cordial, I would say neutral. But very rude. It might come through a lot of culture that's very rude, but in my opinion, it's just they're just neutral. They don't have to be polite. They are just Germans. They're just German. That's it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, don't like it, right? So it is what it is. That's what I think about regarding the passport, all that stuff, man. And personally, there might be a little bit of that. Hey, you come into my country, I'm just checking you out, right? I'm just checking you out. So you better just you better know where you're standing, kind of thing. Difficulty making friends. I have to stop here and let me explain you why. Making friends even in the United States is a hard task. But I don't know what kind of rates are we just quantifying this. Okay? I don't know what kind of rates or what's the percentage. Personally, here in the United States, it might be a little easier to make friends. However, not having friends has become a tendency because of the social media, the internet phenomenon. So now you have to go out of your ways to just be part of the community. And I think that's not only Germany, I think that's around the world. But those are my opinions, folks. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one.